ever-present toy bunny, Mr. Rumples, tucked snugly under her arm. You can look at all the pictures that aren't in Uncle Leo's work studio. And there's lots to do outside. You can pick wildflowers, catch grasshoppers. There's even a river. But you should not go there without your brother. Vincent, please make sure to watch your sister. Mom sighed as she looked out across the field with the hint of a smile. I used to love it here. The front door burst open, and a thin man with wiry gray hair and a bushy white mustache strode toward them with arms stretched wide. Artemisia! Jeffrey! How the heck are y'all? His deep Texas drawl surprised Vincent. Mom had grown up nearby and didn't really have an accent. Did she used to talk like that? Uncle Leo hugged Mom and shook Dad's hand before turning to Vincent and Lili. Vincent, you remind me so much of your grandfather with those brown eyes. He clapped him on the shoulder, then squatted. And you must be Lili's. He stuck out his hand for her to shake, and she gave him a high five. Vincent smiled while his parents tried to show Lili how to shake hands. A laugh from the porch drew Vincent's attention. A tall girl in short overalls stood in the doorway. She looked about Vincent's age, with olive skin and short copper-red hair sticking up all over her head like she'd cut it herself. His own curly brown hair might be untamable, but at least he tried. She had a gray smear of something across her cheek, and more spots covered her arms and clothes like she'd just lost a mud fight to a pig. He wouldn't be caught dead in public looking like that, even if there was barely anyone here to see him. Georgia! Uncle Leo called, waving her down to join them. Come meet your second cousins. Vincent hadn't realized he had a second cousin, much less that he'd apparently be spending a week with her. Hopefully she wouldn't be as weird as she looked. Georgia, it's nice to finally meet you. Mom's fake happy voice set Vincent on edge. She talked like that only when things weren't going the way she had planned, but she didn't want anyone to know. She gathered Georgia into an awkward hug, but Vincent didn't miss the worried glance she shared with Dad over Georgia's shoulder. Yup, something was off here. Uncle Leo didn't tell me you'd be here. Are your parents visiting as well? No, ma'am, it's just me, Georgia responded. Now that she was closer, the spots on her face and arms definitely looked like mud. I see. Mom looked significantly at Uncle Leo. Vincent, why don't you grab the bags? And Georgia, do you mind helping them get settled while we have a little chat with your grandfather? Georgia nodded and jogged down to the car. I can carry Lily's bag upstairs. She lifted Lily's flower-covered suitcase from the trunk. She seemed nice enough, even if she looked like a homeless person. So why was Mom acting so jumpy? Something strange was going on. Lili was talking non-stop as Georgia lugged her suitcase up the steps. Vincent pulled his own bag slowly from the trunk, trying to eavesdrop as his mom spoke in an urgent whisper. He caught only 2 words, traveling and involved, but she sounded concerned. Wouldn't dream of getting him mixed up in it. Uncle Leo's booming voice didn't seem capable of whispering. I already spoke to Georgia. She's not here to travel anyhow. Travel? What was that supposed to mean? Mom seemed upset about Georgia being here, not that she would go somewhere else. Vincent rolled his suitcase toward the door as slowly as possible, trying to act oblivious to the conversation. Dad placed his arm around Mom's shoulder as if trying to comfort her, but Vincent couldn't make out her reply. Maybe she'll be a good influence on Vincent, Uncle Leo continued. You wanted him to reconnect with art, right? Vincent rolled his eyes as he dragged his bag up the steps to the house. Mom's plan wasn't going to work. He was done with art for good, and sticking him on this ranch with perfect strangers wasn't going to help anything. He paused at the top step, straining to hear just a little bit more. Do you want to cancel the cruise? Dad asked. I don't think we can get our deposit back, but no, Mom cut in. As long as... Vincent, come see the house, Lili